Not much. Isaac invited me to do the good Isaac, not
One,
the bad Isaac.
two, three,
The
four,
duo. So I'm
five,
gonna take him up on it.
6, 7, 8, 9,
I was
10.
going over the
Okay, so
last
this
bit
is
of
me
your
making
commentary
commentary
got cut off.
on this new Leona
Got
game
cut
you
off.
sent me. Oh, I don't know what's actually happening in this game, and I have the volume basically turned down for what you're doing, so I don't know exactly if you're duo with anyone in here or who any of these people are. I think you said you were duo with Isaac, but I don't see Isaac. Oh yeah, he's the Shaco. Okay, wait, no, he's not the Shaco. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'll just make comments on what happens.
Yeah, I got caught up in the middle.
So, okay, once again, you start with the green ward and 2 potions. That's not what I would do when I'm on blue side. Blue side has a significant advantage in bot lane, because you can just get a pink ward, and you can put in that tribush you're sitting in, and then bam, that ward's covered for like the rest of the game for 100 gold. So I normally start with the pink ward and 1 less potion at the beginning of the game.
But it wasn't perfect. There were some mistakes.
It feels so good not to see everyone. Okay.
I think that was always good.
Yeah, so, I don't know. I don't know how this game goes. I don't know if you win or lose, but, okay, we got some early aggression coming out from Gnar on Vladimir. Like, and I get that he's trying to disrespect, but, like, if a team was actually paying attention and see him that close, they could all just run up and cheese and 5-man gank him super early on. They could just run around that little side, and they could all be behind him. But, you know, it's whatever. He's just dropping a little bit of disrespect, and that's respectable.
Because I've played with him before.
Ironically.
I actually enjoy running with him.
Okay, Shaco, I guess, doesn't need a leash. He's starting his little romp, and so all you gotta do is ward that tribush. But you don't have a pink, so it's not gonna do you any good to drop it so soon. Cho'Gath mid, gross.
You were definitely the MVP of your team, at least.
Okay, so you ward that bush a little too soon. Like, you know that the jungler's going to at least do the Gromp and their blue buff, if they're on this side at all. So right away, that's basically saying that you have vision of there, but you know no one's going to be there for at least a few minutes. So if you really want to, wait until like 5 minutes at least before you drop a ward there, and that's when you should begin warding. If you want to use it to ward lane bushes, you can do that too, but doesn't really matter. Tarek dropping a stun for nothing. I don't know what that was for. It just uses so much of his mana to do nothing. Against Ezreal, you really need to just stay behind your minions and stay out of line of sight. This Ezreal is getting a few pokes in on Draven. Not that it really matters, but Leona can't heal like Tarek can, obviously, except that that's one of the reasons I like the Face of the Mountain, is just because that item lets you heal so much. Alright, yeah, so nothing's really happening right now. You got level 2 early, but it didn't really matter, and Draven's missing CS. This is painful. Okay, come on, get that CS. Get it. Okay, you got stunned, you got poked. Okay, whatever. Take the other CS. Okay.
No, I hadn't had a chance to watch it.
Let's see.
Okay, well, yeah, it's uploaded too.
I like that he let you use the proc and the cannon minion. That's good.
He would like me to. I don't want to seem arrogant, like, oh yeah, just.
No.
Dehungerizer? Weird.
Out of all the people
Dehunger. I guess that means he feeds. Hopefully that'll happen in this game.
Chokar, why are you so bad?
Is that the one you're playing with now?
Okay, so Draven just worrying. He seems to be focused intently on catching his axes and not really worrying about anything going on lane. They're at level 3, you're level 2, you can't win this fight. Okay, it's good that you back off.
Alright, well, yeah, I actually enjoyed
there we go.
So, like,
Now that you're level 3, you're stronger than they are. Leona and Draven have an incredibly high early game burst. They're like Leona and Quinn, or Leona and Graves, and Leona and basically anybody. But your burst damage is crazy high, and after his stun is down, you can go in like that. That was a really good attempt to go in, but I would have gone on the Ezreal instead of the Tarek. You wouldn't be able to kill either, but the damage on the Ezreal is a little more important. Okay, you're trying to go in, but you see that his stun's probably back up already. Yeah, and there goes the stun out on Draven, so he can't really do much damage, and you just take a lot of damage from minions and Ezreal. So that was just, you need to wait till that window of opportunity when one of his cooldowns or one of his things is on cooldown. But now he's very low on mana, so he'll only be able to do like one ability if you go in again. So that would be okay. The only problem is Draven's taking a lot of poke, and you don't have any ways of healing him outside of your Targons. Shaco's coming to gank. I don't know if that's Isaac or not. Okay, you see him coming to gank, so you just go. Very good engaged by you. The exhaust from Tarek should be coming out. No? Okay.
Okay.
Well, it was a good gank, and you got the heal and the flash from
that was a
Ezreal,
good
so
call
good.
Using exhaust because it was a
You
50-2,
used your exhaust,
to
so
try
it was
and
one
kill,
summoner spell for 2.
And even though
Pretty
we
good.
didn't get the kill, we got both his flash
And
his heal
let's see.
for my exhaust,
Yeah, that's pretty damn good.
and I survived.
I hear my voice in the background.
And
That's a little
his
weird.
mana pool's taking a huge hit.
Fucking time travel, man.
So, but I'm gonna need to be soon, because this is a very dangerous engage.
This Chris. As
Right
in,
now
this
I'm
Chris
just
don't know
trying
what the fuck
Trying
this
to
Chris
heal
is
up and
doing.
get to 800, so I can get a sight
What the
stone.
fuck? Okay,
and be with
so
him.
yeah, it's pretty passive. You're really low on health and mana. If I were you, I'd probably just go B, because I mean, Ezreal does have a little bit of burst damage. It'd be tough for him to kill you, and you could possibly win the fight, but it's just not guaranteed. And if Tarek plays well, then he can lock you down and get Ezreal a kill.
And also, I noticed, like, even when you got ganked,
Especially because you
like,
don't have any
regular
potions.
guard,
I mean, you
didn't
do have one charge
you
or
didn't
one proc
actually burn your
of
flash or exhaust
Pargons,
when you were getting height,
but
you
you know,
didn't-
it's
you
not
knew
a
that
huge amount of
you did
sustain.
anyway,
It's
so
just a
you
little,
didn't panic and use
and
those
you're pretty
for
low.
I didn't say that at the time, but it was.
Okay, so Draven playing the let's catch axes and ignore Ezreal game. Okay,
This
but
guy's
see,
making
yeah, you're just gonna
reps
get
for
poked down.
Talos.
Yeah, Ezreal's a poke
like it.
ADC.
You know, like those shirts that are like lifting shirts, and they say like. reps
Hopefully it
for
works out
Jesus?
though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, reps for Talos.
Draven struggling to get the CS.
Funny.
I wish I could see how much he had.
It's
Okay,
funny
misses
these
that
days,
one.
Talos,
He's
'cause
gonna
in
miss
one game,
that one. Don't hit the
it's-
second.
in
Don't hit the
D&D,
second. Don't hit it yet.
Talos is the
Okay,
god
there
of
you go.
Chaos and Storms. He's a
Now
villain,
get it.
bad.
Boom.
I didn't know that.
He's an evil god. It's an old Forgotten Realms setting.
Gotcha. Yeah,
Okay,
I was more
not bad.
into, what was it?
Yeah, so I mean, you don't really have a lot of ability to kill Ezreal right now, and it's
I
because
know
he's
of
got a
them.
flash on his
I
E,
play-
is what it is.
I like
So,
D&D, though.
so if you try to go in, you're
play
probably gonna
Silent
get
a lot,
fucked.
if you know what that is.
And like that was a good warning. And see, even Draven's
Actually,
pinging you to go
I'm
back right
trying to
now.
learn the
You
Silent
should have
game.
probably gone back earlier, because then once you got back in lane, you could actually apply pressure.
I always
Right
like
now,
the
they
first
know
one.
that they're gonna win in a
I
fight,
kinda
so
incorporate all the
they're
different
able to
tribal genres
roam
at the
free.
time.
So if you want to be able to exert any sort of pressure at all, then you should go back to the base. But now they're trying to kill Draven because he got a little too far out. But
we're going
Ezreal's
with Lunas?
completely out of mana, and you can capitalize on that. Good jump, but then there's Tarek's exhaust. You're maybe yes, okay. The sunlight fart
Well,
kills him.
Sorry.
Nice job, dude.
Wow.
Ezreal was just completely out of mana. He did not pay attention to how much he had. That's what I'm talking. Like, mana is ammo for ADCs. Like, if you're out of
Okay,
mana,
we should
then
really
you're
be
out of
out.
ammo. You can't do damage. Because early on, your auto attacks are not going to do anything. And Ezreal isn't an auto attacking ADC anyway. So it's really just a matter of making sure that you have enough mana. Like, mana early on matters kind of more than health for trades like this. Draven's staying out a little bit too far. I don't know who their jungler is because you haven't pressed tab. And haven't been paying attention to the rest of the map. But it's quite possible you could get ganked. So it's a good thing you're going B right now.
Oh, that's horrifying. I'm up against a Lulu mid as Katarina. That's just spooky.
Okay, good pink ward. Good pink ward. I like that.
Potion, so I just got a pink.
Pink wards are never bad. Fucking amazing.
I don't know what
So
this
Isaac's-
stuff in the
Isaac's
chat
winning
is
Shaco.
happening. Seems to be some drama, but I haven't been
He's
reading
got
it.
no kills.
Okay, Shaco's coming in
Where's
for a
Isaac?
gank top. Nar's getting a little aggressive on Vladimir. Nar's annoying, but is big Nar. He's actually a lot easier for Vladimir to deal with because he can just back away from him, pull when he gets close, kite him to death.
Ignite for his summoner spells.
Okay, now you're placing the pink ward in the try, I think.
Did he take smite?
Okay, the
Or
one in
anything?
dragon, I like that in case whoever it is tries to solo. Yeah, and you get one out there. Shaco's invading the red buff.
Figure out how to make this microphone work.
Good ward coverage. I still recommend putting that one up in front of the dragon rather than in there because you just get delayed vision. And you saw that Tarek put a pink in there, so you know that that ward's got a pink. He's also going for your pink. Okay, you never want to open up with... It was good that you were trying to engage on Ezreal while Tarek was gone, but you never want to open up on an Ezreal with your ult. The reason being that he has flash on an E, which is what he just did. So you just threw away your ult, and he just pressed E. he's really, really good at just dodging out of there. So you got to start with your basic combo, and then after he's done that to get away from you, then you ult him. Okay, right now this is just pretty even trade, little damage on the supports. You still need to left click the AD carry and the support when you get back into lane. You need to know what items they have. Okay. I would keep using the procs down to 0 at this point just to heal yourself. But there's a cannon minion there, so I get why you're waiting. All that damage on Draven. You need to be shooting the AD carry. That would have been enough to kill Ezreal easily. If y'all had just focused him instead. And this greed. Holy shit. Okay, all that needed...
That one going well.
Y'all needed to jump on Ezreal instead. And then after Draven saw he was fucked, he didn't need to flash in to just make it worse. He just exponentially made the situation worse. But what should have happened is y'all should have jumped on Ezreal instead of Taric. Y'all busted your nut on the support, and he's not the one who does damage. In that situation, you had a chance of focusing either, and you just chose the wrong one, unfortunately.
I'm gonna go ahead and go back.
Love that recall animation. It's fucking beautiful. Bathing under the turret. Alright, and Vladimir dies to Gnar. That ain't good. Or Vladimir kills Gnar. I said the opposite thing. Which makes sense. Like, I mean, Vladimir should just be able to kite him, especially once he gets a big form. It's a little bit more even when Gnar's little, but obviously Gnar doesn't always stay little. This Shaco's gonna get blown the fuck up. Okay, never mind. Andy's got a fear of clowns going on here. She could have just dropped Tibbers on him, dropped the full combo, just completely destroyed him. I think she was level 9, yeah, or level 8, okay, and he was level 7. She could have just completely ruined his life, but she got spooked, and she ran for it.
Pink.
Okay, and remember that you still know that Taric has a pink ward in that other bush you tried to ward, so you could go get it if you want. Okay, all those animation cancels. Or auto attack cancels. Okay, yeah, he doesn't let you get the proc. No, what a little bitch. And Taric's just fucking up your shit again. No, you're okay, good. You switched to the right one this time. Okay. And see, after he teleports away, then you can drop your ult. But obviously it was good that you stopped in that situation because Draven was so far back. But right now you can still go. It's still on cooldown. It's got like a 15-second cooldown with no CDR. And he doesn't have any. So, okay, after his E is down, he's got a huge window of opportunity. And also Shaco was there. They know, though, because there's a pink ward, unless Shaco got it. I think he might be... Yeah, he's getting it now. Yep. Yeah, I'm not sure you knew in this game that was there, or if you did, you didn't want to go for it, but it was preventing Shaco from ganking like that. And you saw Lee Sin on your map, and he's coming in. Or possibly he's just doing dragon. Nah, he just wants to gank you. With Annie. That's a 4-man gank. Okay, that's enough to easily tower dive. They're going to get dragon, probably. It'd be very hard to stop it. Y'all might try in a bit. It wouldn't be the most unreasonable thing to contest, but y'all are out of position. I wouldn't be surprised if they've almost got it already. Except, no, he was doing a lane gank, but that Leona burst damage is just too strong. Draven gets exhausted, so y'all should back up, because obviously Annie was in the area. And now you're dead, and, yeah. I would have just gotten out of there a little earlier. That would have been a good situation to just flash away. It was a fine attempt. Like, I think you were trying to just keep Ezreal off so Draven could get away safely, which is fine, but I think both of y'all would have gotten out if you had just flashed. Would have been neat and clean, and they didn't get dragon, and you killed the jungler, so not even a bad trade. We need to drag now. No, Draven. No, you don't. You need to wait till you have a numbers. Actually, yes, you do, because Vladimir is top, and Gnar is by dragon. So yeah, dragon would be excellent. Because the reason being you have a numbers advantage. And also Lee Sin was dead. So they should be free, unless Shaco fucks up his smite. Why is he only level 7?
You fucking shit, Jarvan.
Okay, get it. Yep, Lee Sin's there, so they're waiting to let it be a 50-50, and they lose the coin toss. They kill the blind monk,
serious?
but it's not worth. I mean, he's blind, and he was still able to steal that from Shaco.
But then he left.
Says something about your players. Okay, Annie getting fucking hero syndrome out the ass. I can do it. No, you can't. You're a child. You have superpowers, but you're still just a 1v4 child. Now, go push bot. Go push bot like you're having a baby. Go down there and go take that tower. Go get that tower. Yeah, get the tower. Draven, why aren't you getting the tower? Okay, at least Nar's getting the tower, but he lost top for this whole thing. So this would have been probably worth if you had gotten the dragon, but because you didn't, you actually kind of came out behind on that one.
The bot lane dispersed.
Except I think you just got mid.
Bot, right?
I'm not sure.
Well, then they dispersed.
It's hard to tell without
So
sound,
I
and
saw
I'm looking
an open
around.
shot at Ezreal, so I took it, right? Draven followed up. We got the kill.
Okay, but nice. You should be able to get that.
Right?
Don't get
So
spooked. Just
I
stay on it.
ulted all
Yeah,
of them. We
it was a
got
bluff.
kill on Lee. Draven backed out. Didn't have a way out.
There you go.
So I was gonna die.
Right.
So I died, and then I was like, "What the WTF?" Because we thought Isaac were gonna come in, and then he turns around and goes back to jungling.
Yeah.
Which you'll see in the video. You'll tell me if I made a bad move or not.
Okay.
But it's still the matter of the fact
This
that,
little motherfucker. What's he even doing here? Why? I guess
when
Draven's your
you
top laner now.
already engaged,
You've
I
adopted
saw it
Gnar.
opening, I took it.
Congratulations,
Ult wasn't
it's a
bad,
rat.
Especially after Lee showed up. You know,
Right.
and it is
Shaco
what it
going
is.
for the invade again, but he's getting chased by an 8-year-old child with a bear. And it turns out he's just a clown.
The pink ward.
A dead clown.
I know Lulu's just doing that to me right now.
Yep. Or not. Okay,
Man,
nice.
this
Cho'Gath
team's
came in to save the
absolutely
day.
horrible.
Cho'Gath is fed as
Oh, I know
fuck
the
right
feeling,
now.
but
He's such a
he's
high
got
level.
problem here.
So is Vladimir, but, you know, it's... Cho'Gath should have some magic resist against that. Not that it helped him, because he was fighting 1v4, while Gnar and Draven cleared a ward, but...
Job, boys. Carry
I don't know. I don't know which... I'd probably still rather have the fed Vladimir, to be honest, but you're not without strength on your team. You can be okay. Especially because I think Draven's probably a little better off than Ezreal right now, just because Draven's kind of the better AD carry. That was a greedy as fuck kick by Lee Sin. That was Lee Syndrome. I gotta follow this through, even though my mind's telling me no. My body's telling me yes. The sunlight comes out. It's kind of a whiffed skill shot. But the Gnar ult, almost good. He angled it wrong, though, so they didn't actually get stuns, and you didn't get stuns either. So it was big AoE damage, but not a lot of CC. That could have been more kills than it was, but both of you kind of fucked up on the skill shots. Which happens, but that's why that didn't work. It's because you got 3 slows and Gnar didn't get any stuns. Okay. And Cho'Gath's going in because he's going to be a hero. Fucking hate that.
Oh, you're gonna get bursted down. so
Shaco's
bad.
coming around to show that clowns aren't actually scary. They're good and they can carry you. Except he's not doing anything. He's garbage.
Oh gosh,
Vladimir's being a monster right now.
So nice.
Okay.
Actually,
Yeah,
it
and at
turns
this
out we were
point,
all actually okay.
y'all do lose team fights. You could try to split push, but I wouldn't recommend it. Team split pushing generally works better when your team is fed enough to support it. Like, if your team can reasonably hold in a 4v5 scenario. You know, with a tower, obviously. So, yeah, split pushing is not the best option for you right now. You could basically just be trying to defend and wait until later in the game when everything gets a little more even. But Vladimir is super greedy right now and is a completely fucked guy. Now, you're risking KSing again. I saw you try to stun him, but he's already dead. Yeah, you just need to let him go and let that kill go down. That was good, though. They just completely threw a little bit with that. I was not good on them.
Whatever floats
And,
your boat.
like, your team is ahead. You do have 5 kills more, and, as well as their whole row of towers. The only thing is Vladimir is very fed, and he's a whole lot of AoE damage. Fucking vampires, man. How do they work? But the rest of their team's fairly dumb. Like, Lee Sin is weak, and he's not that weak. You just walked over a pink ward, and you didn't notice it, so you didn't clear it. That's fine. Like, it's not going to be a huge deal, but vision is important, and that map awareness has got to be...
Fucking Katarina is
It's important. Like, you got to notice that you just walked over a pink. Alright. Good wards. Getting good ward coverage. I like that you're warding more around you know, where your team is now and warding, like, actual places where you know that the enemy team will probably be, rather than just concentrating all your wards in the bot jungle. So that's good. Gnar face checking versus 4 people. That's why you don't face check. There could be 5 people in that bush, and he had to pop flash to get away. Still almost died. Shaco's doing the split push thing because that's what Shaco does. Which is, you know, I mean, it's not the best option, but it's also not the worst for you right now. Because if they grouped as 5, they could probably dive you with all their massive AoE damage on Vladimir and Annie. Okay, right now you're doing what is bad. This your whole team is. They're doing the let's respond to the split push guy, which is not what Shaco wants. What Shaco wants is for when they come for him, you push mid. So like you saw how, like you saw them collapsing on Shaco, so you collapsed on them to team fight. That's not what you want to do. When they come for Shaco, you need to push mid. Because he's not mid, and so while he dies, you get a tower, which is a worth trade. But that all worked out because they made some mistakes, and now you can get Dragon for free, assuming Shaco doesn't keep missing his smite, and assuming your team will back off of this team fight. There's no point in just fighting right now. The Dragon is worth more than a couple kills. Just go get the Dragon. Just go get the Dragon. You can do it. Okay, Gnar, stay and get fucked in the mouth. That'll work. Yep. That greedy ass overstaying rat. Fuck you, Gnar. Good dive. That was good on you. And nice ultimate. Very nice. And he's coming to cheese you, but you can just, well, you can probably either walk away or you could just try to kill him. He's got hero syndrome right now. But you missed that. So, yeah, he's fucked. Rest in peace, Vladimir. That's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't matter how low everyone's health is. Because the CC from all the people put together, that's more than enough to just burst that guy down. So, yeah, Vladimir just had hardcore greed / hero syndrome. And now Shaco's going back to doing his thing when his dragon is up. He should just get the dragon. Just get the fucking dragon. And now Ezreal's going to check the dragon. Make sure it's still there. As he should. Well, except he's probably face checking it. No, they're doing dragon. Okay, now Shaco's got hero syndrome. Again, he's going to go try to steal. And they get the dragon, I bet you, and then they're going to kill Shaco. No, okay, they didn't kill Shaco, but they are going to get the dragon. So they just risk killing. Okay, now Shaco's fucked, probably. Maybe? No.
It's just horrible.
Yeah. See, fucking hero syndrome, that's what I'm saying, man. It's like, let me just jump in here and hope that I can outsmite this guy and then get away. So it at least cost him a flash to get out of there. And he almost died anyway. This Shaco is horrible. Yeah, that's true, but it still sucks that he's shit talking. It's okay to shit talk, like, not in chat. You can say shit about your team in real life, but you don't want to actually make the person go on tilt. There's no point in that. And like, are you really trying to make someone feel bad about like a video game? Get fucking wrecked, Danny. There's a spooky vamp trying to 1v2, but the rest of his team is coming in, so that was pretty obvious. Try and bait. He ain't no masturbator. He has not perfected the Bayesian techniques. Okay, Gnar getting a little spooked, but Vladimir has no CC. He could have just kited him. He could have procced his W once, which does like 20% of Vladimir's max HP. I would have done it. Okay, and now they're grouping to do this, and your ADC is split pushing. That's the #1 rule of solo queue. Don't let your ADC split push. Oh gosh, because you need him in fights, because he's your big damage, and he's super squishy alone, and he's gonna get fucked. Now he's running to join you, but he shouldn't have to. He should be here already, and these guys would have been dead already. Okay, fortunately y'all are fed to the point where it doesn't really matter at this point, but just never, that's the way you throw. Don't let your fucking ADC split push. Friends don't let friends split push as ADC. Alright, get him. Get him. Okay, just get the tower. That's good. Annie can get fucked. Is that what? This Leona dominance just fucking. Okay, you walked the complete wrong way, and you could have flashed to get out anyway, but you didn't do anything. What you should have done is you should have walked toward the bottom lane. You could have just gotten out after like 1 or 2 tower shots, and you would have been perfectly fine. You just walked the wrong way, which happens. But I think you, in the heat of the moment, you didn't realize that you would have been fine. But you totally would have been fine if you had just walked bottom.
You'll see that in the replay too.
No, I think I heard you laugh and say say to me that I would notice, and yep, I noticed. It was funny.
Dude. Yeah, I hate Lulu so much. So fucking much. She's pointing
okay.
Damage. Oh,
I hear myself bitching about a past game. Yeah, I'm on a huge loss streak right now. It's annoying. And then, look, the split push Draven, and guess what's coming to him? Because he's a stupid fuck. Because only stupid fucks split push is ADC. I'm going to get that as a tattoo.
We're not winning at all. We're getting fucked.
Make a poster. Only stupid fucks. Split push is the attack, damn it. The marksman. I'm sorry, marksman. Need to use the official Riot terms. Gnar getting caught out because he was basically face checking. And then it doesn't really matter because he's got a little hop. He's like Teemo but better.
I'm the only one warding on this team.
And Taric with the face checking. Okay, you could have jumped on that. I mean, he's Taric, so it would have been hard to kill him, but your team was right there. It's not a big deal that you didn't, because at this point you're so fed you can just go through mid, but that would have been... What? What did you just do? You were trying to type warded. Oh my gosh. Holy shit, dude. Oh. Oh, but that Leona cooldown is so short on that ult. Holy crap. Man, that's OP. Although I've always said that. Leona's fucking OP. Alright, and there's nothing they can fucking do. In this game, I would have gone very much for a Locket instead of a Frozen Heart. The Locket, and that's your biggest mistake so far. There aren't a whole lot of mechanical mistakes right now because, you know, you're just shit stomping in this game. But the Locket it reduces attack speed, right? So who's reliant on attack speed? Okay, Lee Sin kind of, except that, you know, a bunch of his damage comes from his abilities. And Ezreal kind of, because he does have good auto attacks because he's an AD carry. But Ezreal's an AD caster. His most of his damage will be coming from his Q and his ult. Just spamming that Q all the time. Reducing his attack speed doesn't matter much. And remember that he's hybrid damage. Like his ult does magic damage. And everyone else that's fed on their team is Vladimir. And Taric does magic damage. Look, Annie does magic damage. They're big AoE magic damage, which is what Locket is designed to prevent. So definitely it was a mistake going Frozen Heart first in this game. But not a big deal. You're so fed, it doesn't even matter. You could have no items and you'd still be winning. Get that vampire. Fuck that guy. Gnar with the hyper. So fucking good. Cho'Gath is leaving y'all to die. I hope you see this on the map and don't just try to 4v5 them. Gnar doesn't see it and he's trying to go ham. And yeah, Cho'Gath and Shaco aren't there, so you're trying to 3v5 right now, which is not good. But like I said, the rules start to apply a little less because you're just so damn fed. But yeah, right now 2v5, that's definitely, that's not a fight, that's a catch. You caught him out. So okay, they come to their senses and they start to back off. And that's solid. Okay, so they're trying to group mid. Shaco's trying to do dragon now. Finally. First time in his life he's ever taken initiative to do dragon. I think this is the first dragon ever for him. Okay, watch that now. Yeah. Shit. That was the fight of the century, man. I'm glad you watched that. Okay, now you're going for the Locket. I would have switched up the order on those, especially because Locket does give you cooldown reduction. It's not as much as the Heart, I don't think. I think it just gives you 10%, but still, it's definitely would have been a better first buy option. You would have just been completely invincible, as opposed to mostly invincible in this game. But this one's pretty much over. Okay. And Draven split pushing again, you dumb fuck. Now he's probably going to be able to kill Lee Sin, because Lee Sin underfed, and Cho'Gath is coming, or Gnar is coming in too, but nope, they do manage to kill him without any sort of repercussion. And they just killed Gnar too, I think. Yep, rest in peace, Gnar. Or no, big Gnar OP. Now Vladimir's dead. There we go. It was still very close because Gnar didn't want to back off. He wanted to get the kill for himself. Cho'Gath comes in, gets that. You did manage to save the Gnar, which is good. That was good on you. They just shouldn't have been there in the first place. You should, like, at this point, you're so fed, you should just group and go mid. It'd be a free tower. Okay, took you a while to realize that pink was in the bush, but you did get it, and so all is good. But yeah, y'all should just be pushing mid lane, and if you really want to, have 4 of you push mid or pressure mid while Shaco gets top. The difference being what I'm using is pushing means if as 5 people you could dive mid tower and get it, but as pressuring mid, you just apply poke, you don't tower dive, and you're ready to leave if they try to engage on you. You just keep shoving the minion waves in. That's what I mean by pressure. I mean, get the minions to the door and keep them coming and say, hey, if you leave, we are going to take your tower. And then Shaco can split push top. You could do either that with the pressuring mid and have Shaco split push top, or you could just all group and push mid. Okay, you're focusing Vladimir. There's no one there to help you. You should just be running. You could flash over the wall to the south, do the wall juke, go down. Go down, you're gonna die. Maybe. Yeah, you're gonna die. Nope. Yeah, okay. Very close. Very, very close.
And
okay. I probably would have just flashed down. I don't like to get that risky. Shaco wants help, but you're like, nah, fuck that boy. Oh no, you do want to go in, and yeah, you could have just gone B. You weren't needed. What? Oh. Oh gosh. He was aiming for Shaco too. That was dumb on my part. Yeah, you should have just kept going B earlier. You would have been okay. But, you know, no one's perfect. And that was still funny. Okay, now right now a whole lot of nothing is going on. And the longer this game goes on, the longer they get a chance to catch back up. And it's not that their team scales particularly well because they have Ezreal. And Draven scales way harder than Ezreal does. But it's still, you never want to get it to like even footing, and the longer the game goes on, the closer it gets to even. That's why those games that get to like 50 minutes are about like 50-50 for who wins. It always gets down to whoever wins the next team fight wins the game. And so you don't want to let it drag on this long. So y'all are taking way too long to end this. You need to just either group as 5 and push mid, or group as 4 and pressure mid while Shaco split pushes. And that'd probably be better because that's what Shaco's built to do. And you're so fed, you could probably 4v5 anyway. But the gap is getting smaller and smaller the longer this keeps going. But if you absolutely can't get in your base, the solution is to go to Baron. If you can't get in their base, then you have to go get Baron. Get the objectives like Dragon, Baron, red buff, blue buff. Get all the stuff available on the map, and then go siege. Okay, it seems like you're all trying to do the split push game, but you're going 3 and 2, which is not what you want. You want to be 4 and 1. 3 and 2 is just stupid. That's not going to work. Which means it's Cho'Gath who needs to come mid, especially because he's your AP carry.
We're bringing it back.
He doesn't do a whole lot of damage to towers anyway. Okay, R with the 0 damage. They don't know what to do. But as soon as they see on the map that Cho'Gath is bot, they could go in. Especially if they see that saw that Shaco was walking around at the wolves. Okay, Lee Sin trying to 1v1 Cho'Gath for whatever reason, even though it's shown that he can't even 1v1 Draven. So Lee Sin having to run away like a little bitch, as predicted.
Yeah, we're winning.
But Cho'Gath comes in way too hard, tries to tower dive it, which was just bad. Cho'Gath needs to stick with his team. He's a team fighting bully. Oh gosh, that was a huge throw. It should have just been 4 and 1 or 5 is mid. Either one of those would have worked, but 3 and 2 was just really bad. And that's the reason that lost. The assassination. Fucking clowns, man. But yeah, that was one huge throw. That was really bad. And that was the reason. It should have either been 5 in mid lane or 4 in mid lane and 1 somewhere else. But it shouldn't have been Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath is a team fighting beast. He's not made to go split push. A split pusher should have a few qualities. Like 1, they should be a great duelist so that you have to send multiple people to deal with them. 2, they need to be able to take towers very quickly so that they actually have a whole lot of pressure. And 3, they need to be very mobile so they can both get away and rejoin the team if necessary. That's one of the reasons Shen is okay at being a split pusher. It's just because he's able to get to the team from anywhere. He doesn't do a whole lot of damage to towers, but he's able to apply pressure from literally anywhere on the map. So so there's an exception for him with that one rule. But basically, you need someone like Jax who's good at dueling and takes towers and is very mobile, so he can jump away. That's why him and Shyvana and Tryndamere are like the kings of split pushing. Also like Udyr and Master Yi to an extent. Okay, going a little greedy, but we saw that the rest of them were not grouped, so that was actually a very good engage. And yep, they just got fucked. They should have been grouped in this situation. After that huge throw, they needed to group in team fights. And they didn't. They started wandering around in their jungle without any wards, and they died for it. And that should have cost them an inhibitor, if you want to go get it. The mid inhibitor or Baron, either would work. But I'd probably just get the inhibitor and then even go to Baron. But yeah, that should be pretty much game. You did throw, but then they threw it right back just now. Yeah, they're saying they want a Baron, and you can Baron, because Gnar has very high max HP damage, so he takes it very quickly, like Vayne or Kog'Maw. But you know, it's fine to just get the mid inhibitor instead. That's what I would do, because if you pressure at Baron afterwards, then what it is it's a fair fight at Baron. But if you were trying to, but obviously if you went Baron and then went for their inhibitor, you'd have to tower dive them. So that's why I liked getting the inhibitor first, even though Baron's probably technically worth probably a little more than an inhibitor. The reason being that an inhibitor is exactly that. It's one inhibitor, but Baron is the potential to get any inhibitor. It's whichever one you need, because it should be basically a guaranteed fight until it runs out. Okay, now what's going on right now is you have your ADC split pushing. Fortunately, the rest of your team is grouped, so hopefully that'll be enough to carry it through. But Shaco's not particularly good in team fights. He's an assassin / split pusher. And Draven is absolutely horrible at split pushing because he is your AD carry. This is going to work out because you do have double their kills. You're so far ahead. And you've got that locket, which is just going to be hell on Vladimir and Annie. You've almost got the full locket anyway. You're staying a little long. Your teammates are running low on HP. You're running low on HP and mana. Yep, you're getting very close to death here. Yeah, you've had a bunch of times where you've come very, very close to dying. Your whole team has. You've been playing balls deep, and it's been paying off for you. But it's a gamble, and you've come very close to losing. Or those fights, anyway. You're so far ahead, you can fuck around. But yeah, what I would do at this point is I would go get Baron. They've got 2 inhibitors down, which means they have to defend. And also, Ezreal's dead now. Yeah, at this point, you're just fucking with them. There's absolutely no chance they can win at this point. So just go get a free Baron, and then go get an inhibitor.
Nice.
And I'll be at full build.
Or, I mean, their Nexus.
Very nice. I'm getting fucking wrecked. My team, I'm dying to get
These
my
guys
team
are
kills,
just
which is
fucking
not what I
around.
want.
It's a party
I want
in
the
Red
kills.
Base, and everybody's invited. Rest in peace, Lee Sin. I loved you as a son. A son with a lot of armor. Because I expected you to die to 1 auto attack. Vladimir, if he had just had home guards, that would have been an R kill. Probably. If, you know, him and Annie went in together. Because obviously Vladimir doesn't have any CC, but this is like, it's when you're losing, home guards are mandatory. At least Tarek knows it. But yeah, everyone on your team should have home guards if this is going on. You're just tanky as a motherfucker because you have 241 magic resist. You're giving magic resist to your team. You're just, oh yeah, that locket active trying to kill him. Okay, and the Winions are getting top for you. They're not going to actually get it, I don't think, because Vladimir has huge wave clear. Bonk, there we go. And then one more,
Yeah, that was a bad
4 seconds
engage.
or so. Bonk. There goes the rest of them. Okay, and I don't know how much McHale's cost. You might have. I didn't see if you had enough money to get it. But yeah, shit, everyone's just so fed. This one's just hardcore over. Now, like I said, it should have been over a long time ago. Y'all have been focusing kills heavily instead of focusing objectives. I don't know why Baron is still up. You could have gone for that like 5 times by now. And I get not wanting to throw at Baron. Now they want to go for it. I get not wanting to throw for Baron, but you've got like 2 inhibitors down, and you had Ezreal dead as well. It's free. Now it's a little less free. I mean, they're still having to defend in their base, so it's relatively safe. But they do have all people up, I believe. So if they were smart, they could, come in and try to fuck it up for you. But I don't think they will. So I think you're gonna get this uncontested. But while that's happening, they're catching out Gnar and Draven. Except they don't know that they're catching out Gnar and Draven. Their whole team was there, and they left Vladimir to die. Those stupid sons of bitches, man. I'd be so upset if I was Vlad. They had 2 of them by themselves. But yeah, Draven late game is a monster. Absolutely a monster.
Damn, I'm gonna lose this one, I think. My team is making horrible decisions. I'm making horrible decisions. No, stop, you stupid shit.
Yep. There's not a whole lot to say about this one at this point. Like, it's just, it wouldn't matter what you did. It's over. Except they're focusing kills still instead of the towers. You're the only one focusing objectives. Please just hit the Nexus. Just hit it. There you go. I mean, yeah, that one was pretty solid, man. You did get so fed, it was just a stomp, which is good. And you had a couple good plays, a couple bad ones.